Okay, boys, we were doing the chapter electric current. Okay, today we'll complete the theory part and then after we'll start problems. Okay, uh, give the heading EMF of a cell, EMF of a cell, EMF of a cell is the heading. What is a cell? Do you know what is a cell? We
Battery.
say a cell is a device.
Battery.
Number of cells is called battery. But what is a cell? When group of cells together is called battery. Okay. When you have number of cells together, a group of cells is called battery. Battery will consist of more than one cell. Maybe 2 cells, 3 cells, 4 cells, they will make a battery. But cell is a single unit. What is a cell? You say a cell is a device which converts chemical energy into electrical energy. A cell is a device which converts chemical energy into electrical energy. That definition they will not ask, just listen only. That is, what is the role of a cell? Cell role is to give current in a circuit. With the help of cell, we get current running in the wire or running in the circuit. That is the role of a cell. So we define EMF of a cell. Inside the cell, there will be chemicals, which we call inside the cell. There will be yes.
So these
Yeah.
batteries and all direct current. No, so these batteries and all are direct current.
Battery and all, they'll give direct current, one direction current. One side is positive, one side is negative. They give
Electric circuit.
shell and all gives DC. Yeah. And household electricity is AC. The current which we are using at home is alternating current, AC. So we are not going into that. So first you have to learn what is the EMF of a cell. What is the role of a cell to give current? And how does it give current? Because it provides potential difference between the ends of the conductor. Between the ends of the conductor, it provides voltage or potential difference. And due to the application of voltage, the current will be flowing. So let us find the definition of EMF of a cell. Write down the definition of EMF of a cell. Right? It is the potential difference. Write down the definition. It is the potential difference. It is the potential difference between the terminal of a cell. It is the potential difference between the terminal of a cell. Terminal of a cell when no current, when no NO, when no current is drawn from it, when no current is drawn from it, when no current NO, when no current is drawn from it, that is called EMF. So stop. Write down. It's A.
So when no current,
It's A side is drawn from it. Drawn. DRAWN. Drawn from it. When no current is drawn.
Hello.
And then write its SI unit is volt, VOLT, volt. Its SI unit is volt. Okay, have you written it? Have you written?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what is EMF of a cell? Just try to understand. Suppose we are having a cell, dry cell. I think we all know that Eveready, Nippo, and all know.
Sir,
There is a
can you
cell here.
repeat that thing? So definition. So I was lagging.
So, sir, can you please repeat it?
It is the potential difference between the terminals of a cell. It is the potential difference between the terminals of a cell when no current, NO, when no current is drawn from it. When no current, NO, no current is drawn from it. Okay, suppose we are having a cell, This side will be positive, this side is negative. I think you must have seen it. Cell, no, the pencil cell and all, no. You use at home in the torch, in remote and all, no. Nippo, Eveready, so many companies are there. So if you are having a cell like this, when we are not using the cell, when we are not using the cell, that is, we are not drawing any current from it, that time the potential difference between these two terminals or voltage between these two terminals will be called EMF. And suppose in the beginning, when we buy a cell, we write 1.5 volt. If you do not know, so please check it. When you buy a cell, new cell, so in the cell 1.5 volt is written. That means the voltage of the cell before it is used, before it is put into use, is 1.5 volt. And once we use it, then the value of this keep on decreasing,
So then
and ultimately it becomes zero.
So how then that will, so that after that the batteries and all will finish, no? So how?
Because this EMF keeps on decreasing. The voltage, no, keeps on decreasing and it becomes zero. After the usage, no, after you use it continuously, then the chemical, no, inside the cell, the chemical reaction keeps on stopping. Because when there is no chemical reaction, that means no voltage and then no current, no potential difference. So the cell, the potential difference between no current is drawn from it or when the cell is not in use, it's called EMF. And how it is measured, SI unit, volt. In a cell and all, no, when we have a fresh cell, when it is not used, when you buy it, just buy it, there is a seal. You break the seal and it's written 1.5 volt. This is the value of EMF. This is called EMF of a cell. I'll tell you one thing, EMF of cell full form is electromotive force. But it is not a kind of force. It is not a force. What is it? It is a kind of voltage. That's why EMF unit is volt. 1.5 volt is the EMF of this cell. We say that. It varies from cell to cell. Your mobile cell, EMF will be 3.7 volt. Once you fully recharge, then EMF of the cell will be 3.7 volt, the mobile cell I'm talking about. But once you use it continuously, 100%, 90% and all, it becomes 0%. That means the EMF becomes zero, then the cell is discharged completely. Then again you need to recharge. So whatever is the voltage between the terminals of the cell, when no current drawn from it, is called EMF of the cell.
Sorry,
And now right down below that.
So this is applicable to, so this thing is applicable to laptops also?
In all the cells, where we are using cells, it is applicable in all situations.
Sir,
Okay, now write down, yes.
excuse me, sir. Which chemical is used in this batteries?
It depends, listen, it depends on what type of, okay, wait. It depends upon what type of cell we are using, okay. In some cells, we use sulfuric acid, gallic sulfuric acid with the copper and lead plate. In battery, car battery and all, we say lead acid accelerator, lead and zinc plates are used there, lead and zinc. It depends on, what type of dry cells. We are using dry cells, so Nippo and all, we are all called dry cells. There is no liquid inside. It is dry because the chemicals are in the form of solid there inside the cell. So there we use nickel, cadmium, this kind of zinc, copper, brass. On top we have the brass, carbon rod and all is used there as chemical. Don't go into that. It depends upon the type of cells and the chemicals are used accordingly. Okay. Now write down EMF of a cell depends on. Continue. Whatever necessary is there to find. Just informing you that the EMF of a cell depends on. The EMF of a cell depends on. The value of this EMF depends on. Right, number one. First one you write. First one you write depends on nature of the electrolyte. Nature of the electrolyte. Nature of the electrolyte. And number two, nature of the electrodes. Nature of the electrodes. Nature of the electrodes. It depends on these two factors. Yes. You were saying something. Somebody was asking some question.
So what is the major difference between lithium batteries and our normal batteries?
Problem with that. Net was not here. Okay. Have you written it? EMF of a cell depends on nature of the electrolyte, first factor. Number two, nature of the electrode. Nature of the electrode. Now, next heading we give now internal resistance of a cell. Next heading is internal resistance. Internal. Right here, internal resistance. Internal resistance. Internal resistance of a cell. Internal resistance of a cell, which we denote by small r. This is denoted by small r. Write down the definition of internal resistance, right?
This is very
Write down the definition of internal resistance of a cell, right? It is a resistance offered. It is a resistance offered. It is a resistance offered by the electrolyte of a cell. It is a resistance offered by the electrolyte of a cell. It is a resistance offered by the electrolyte of a cell. Electrolyte of a cell. So it's all right.
Sir, can you
It
repeat?
depends on. It is a resistance offered by the electrolyte of a cell. By the electrolyte of a cell.
So what is there, Sanjay?
It is a resistance offered by the electrolyte of a cell. In a cell, there are electrolytes, no, they also oppose the flow of current. That resistance is called internal resistance. Now write down. It depends on internal resistance of a cell depends on number one you write. Distance between the electrodes. Write down distance between the electrodes. Distance between the electrodes. And here you write inversely proportional. Number two, concentration of the electrolyte. Concentration of electrolyte. Here you write directly proportional. Third factor you write surface area of electrodes. Surface area of electrodes. Here you write inversely. Last factor is like temperature. Temperature of electrolyte. Temperature of electrolyte directly. So these are the factors on which the internal resistance of a cell depends. And how it depends, I have written already. It depends upon the distance between the two electrodes. More the distance, more the resistance. Internal resistance value will be more. If they are close by, the internal resistance will be less. Concentration of the electrolyte. If the electrolyte concentration is more, resistance is more. That's why we say concentrated acid is the bad conductor or poor conductor of electricity, but the dilute acid is a good conductor. More the concentration, more the resistance. It depends upon the surface area of the electrode. More the surface area, thicker the electrode, lesser the resistance. Thinner the electrode, greater the resistance. And it depends upon the temperature of the electrolyte also. More the temperature, more the resistance. Less the temperature, less the resistance. These are the factors. Okay. Now give next heading. Next heading is combination of resistances. Give the heading combination of resistances or resistors. You can write resistances. Combination of resistances is the next heading, and under this heading you write, first one you write, there are two types of combination of resistance. One is series combination, the other one is called parallel. So first we are doing series combination, and then we'll find a formula also for it. Series combination will be like this. This is how we draw the resistance in a circuit. This is a symbol for resistance, like this. This is R1, this is R2, this is R3. Let us take the ends of this one as A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Maturity of this resistance to other resistors, and so such a function of series combination. In series combination, what happens? We apply a voltage, overall voltage V out here, current flowing I, same current will flow everywhere, same current will be running everywhere, same current will flow. You can add the value of current is same, I, current will not be divided, I, here also that is same current I. Same current will flow everywhere, current will not get divided. Such a combination is called series combination. But things are changing. Voltage will be V1, voltage out here is V2, here the voltage will be V3, and so on, like that. And the total voltage is V over here, the total voltage is V. Total voltage is V, right here. Total voltage V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, and so on, dot 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 will give, because like this only, there are many others, we will show like this. And we know the formula V is equal to IR, let us write I into R. V1 value I write here I into R1, this particular resistance. This is the value of V1, IR1. V2 value will be IR2. I write IR2. This is from Ohm's law. Ohm's law gives us the formula V equal to IR. Voltage is equal to current into resistance. V3 value will come I into R3 and dot dot dot. Write I as it is, R as it is. Take I common. Here answer will come R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on. I and I cancels. You get R values coming here. R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on. This becomes the formula here. What is R? R is the total resistance of the circuit, or we call it equivalent resistance. Total resistance is equivalent. All of them are in series. What is the value of single resistance? That is R. And what kind of resistance is this? This is resistance in series. Total resistance in series, we call it equivalent resistance. And what is the formula of that? R equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on, like that. One simple example, this is 1 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is 3 ohm. What is value of this R? Simple addition will take place. Just add them. Answer will come 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 6 ohm. Simply we are adding them. Okay? This is the formula we derived. Alright, this derivation of the formula is there in the syllabus. That's why I'm deriving it. Yeah. Any question? Or it's okay? Any question you have, or it's okay? What do you say? Say fast. Okay. Now write down below this in series, in this combination, in series, comma, the current flowing through each resistance, the current flowing through each resistance or resistance, you can write, the current flowing through each resistance remains the same, current is same everywhere, same current.
The current
Current through each resistance in series, comma, the current flowing through each resistance remains the same, but voltages under bracket you can add potential difference, but voltages are divided. Voltages are different, or you can add divided. Voltages are divided. Finish? And right here, after that, right, in series, the total resistance, in series, the total resistance is greater than, the greatest,
Hello.
greater than the greatest of the resistance.
Hello, source.
What?
You are cracking. Please repeat. So you are cracking.
Sir, you're lagging, cracking,
series-
everything.
In series, comma, the total resistance is greater than the greatest of the resistances. Did you understand the meaning of this sentence? Greater than the greatest. Did you understand?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose we are having three resistance, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm. Which is the greatest? 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm. Which one is the greatest?
3 ohm.
3 ohm.
3 ohm.
3 ohm.
R value, the total resistance, yes. The total resistance R will come anything but greater than the greatest. Your answer is series combination is coming how much now? When you put all of them in series, what is the total answer coming? 1 plus 2 plus 3. The total answer is coming 6. Is your answer coming greater than the greatest of them or not? Greatest was 3 ohm.
Yes.
Your answer is coming even more than that value. That is the
Yes,
meaning of
sir.
it. That means in series combination, the total resistance increases because your answer is going to come more than the greatest. The total resistance you are expecting to have a greater value. Yeah, in this case. You must have seen, that during Diwali time and all, no, we use the bulbs, the number of bulbs we use through a wire. Have you seen it? Blinking bulbs. The bulb which blinks, no?
Yes, sir. Sir. Thama.
Okay. What type of combination they are? All the bulbs are connected in what? Series. Resistance is, over there the resistance is high or low? Resistance is high or low? High. That's why they bulbs will glow dimmer. Bulb will not glow very bright. Bulb will glow dimmer and then it blinks out there. So there the resistance becomes high because they all are in series. High resistance will give less current. Okay. Now the second one you write now, second heading you give now parallel now. Number 2, combination of resistance. Second part is parallel. Right here parallel combination now. Parallel. Second one is parallel combination. Please give the heading now parallel combination. Let us see in parallel combination what happens. In parallel combination, we will have the resistance like this, looking parallel to one another, like this way, this way. They are looking like parallel, like this line are looking like parallel. That's why the name is given parallel. Here are like R1, here are like R2, this is R3. These are the resistances. and the ends of the conductor will be the same. A and this end is B. That will remain the same. Here the total current I is coming here, but it's I is divided into 3 branches. There are 3 branches. Out here I like I1, here I will like I2, and here I will like. There are 3 branches. Only if we are having more, the more branches will be there. This such a combination is called parallel combination. Looking at parallel lines, the combination in which the current is divided, but voltage is same. Potential difference is same. How do we know? Because all the resistors are connected between the same 2 points. One end is connected to A, another end is connected to B. One end is to A, another end to B. One end is connected to A, another end is to B. When they are connected between the same 2 points, then they will be in parallel. That is, voltage will be the same. Whereas currents are different. I1, I2, I3. Currents are divided. So whatever is divided, we write out the formula that I is equal to current is divided I1 plus I2 plus I3 and so on we write. And I formula we have got V by R because V is equal to IR, so I will be equal to V by R. I1 value was that here V by R1. Voltage is same. Voltages are same everywhere. R2, V by R3 and so on. Next one we write V by R. Take V common here. Here you get 1 by
So can't see
R1,
the screen.
1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 and so on.
Your network is bad, I think.
Whose network? My network or your side network?
Sir, his side, so we can see the screen.
Yeah. Then those who cannot see, they will watch the video, please. This V and V cancel. Here you get 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 and so on. This is the formula here in this case. In parallel, we have the formula reciprocal way. Reciprocal of the total resistance is equal to sum of the reciprocal of each of the resistances.
Sir, that means
is the
no.
formula.
Sir,
Yeah.
this means that
Yeah.
how much? Sir, in the total resistance will be less than the greatest resistance in this, no?
Less than the least value. Less than the least value.
Less than, yes, sir, less than the least value.
Less than the least value. Yes, that is the right of the machine. Okay, now write down below it. In parallel, in parallel, the total resistance is less than the least of the individual. Less than the least of the individual resistances. And less than the least of the individual resistances is less than the least of the individual resistances. Less than the least of the individual resistances, and in parallel, voltage remains the same. Voltage
Least of
across and in parallel, the voltage remains the same. Whereas current is divided. Current is divided. Done? Finish?
okay, so can you repeat?
Yes, sir.
So can
Current
you
is divided. Okay, you see the video. If you have missed out anything, you please watch the video. Okay. So this is done. Theory part of this chapter is done. Next class, I will be just discussing one graph and then we will be starting the numerical problems. One class, I think we will finish the numerical problems in this chapter. Let's see, okay, and then we will start new chapter. Household electricity will start then. Okay, thank you. Today we are doing this much.
Can we leave?
Thank you, sir.